all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders. This is the Ultra Heels Wrestling Podcast, live from River Studios in Garfield, New Jersey. I am Darth Messiah, the dark side savior, always and forever on his worst behavior. Mr. DM, find me your mama's DMs. Why? Because I'm trying to give your mama a baby. Nobody can stop me. And on the phone, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heels.
It's your boy Alex the motherfucking Hill, aka the Stanley of podcasting, also known as the leader of the Fuck the Mr. McMahon group, and also known as the man to be a girl in the cripple crawl space and haven't run into a crawl space.
Yeah, and on the boards, the only man that can be mentioned in the same breath is Billy Graham, Superstar Sal.
What's going on, fellas?
How you living?
I'm alright.
Living good, living good. Got off work early today. Don't got to go to work Monday. I'm doing great.
Nah, I'm working all weekend.
Not bad, bro.
I will be in the coal mine all weekend.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Me on the other hand, I'm happy as fuck I ain't got to be there.
I mean, it is time and a half, and then I get holiday pay on top of the time and a half. But I just give it all. But I just give it all back in tax. So it's like, does it really matter?
No, not at
Well,
all.
they told me the same thing too. Look, they told me, hey, you want to come and get some extra hours? You know, you come in on the weekend and work 4 hours. I was like, I'll let y'all niggas know when I leave.
He never said anything.
Fuck that. They'll see me on Tuesday. I don't need them extra hours. I'm good. I'm great. Oh, man. How the weather is up there, guys?
Humid as all fuck.
We're in a flash flood warning.
That too.
What the hell?
But it's humid as fuck because my scrotum is stuck to my left leg.
Oh, wow. Same here, because it rained this morning, and then it stopped raining about 12 when I left, and now it's 98 degrees outside with the sun in the sky with no clouds.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to like rain off and on tomorrow, I think, but it's still going to be hot as hell.
It just rained today down here for today. The rest of the weekend, hot. And on Monday, it's supposed to be 97 degrees, feel like 101. So you know where I'm going to be at. In my house. I'm not going outside.
I think on Tuesday it was like 103 here. It was insane.
Yeah, that's a big 10-4 no, buddy. Not doing that.
This whole week has been brutal.
Yeah, absolutely brutal.
I don't like when none of that is going. Y'all can keep that up there, sir.
But it has not been as brutal. It has not been as brutal as the hate on JR this week.
Because first of all, one, they kiss his ass. Second of all, kiss his ass. I don't give a damn. That shit was funny as hell to me.
WWE Dynamite went off the air on Wednesday night.
Great.
Bruh.
And the funny thing is, I didn't even catch it because I was watching it. I was like, okay, this show's over. And then I woke up to social media. Everybody's like, JR said WWE Dynamite. It was like, what?
Word. Bruh. The sad thing is, I heard when he said it. And by the time I went to Twitter, it was already trending. It was like too late, bro. And I think I looked at that. I think I went to my Twitter like two seconds right after he said it. It was already trending.
The internet works fast, man. They work fast.
They're undefeated, man. They're undefeated.
That too. Internet is undefeated. This was a pretty decent episode of Dynamite. They've moving back to Wednesday, their normal time slot, they're back to average ratings. I think it was like 866 this week, which is basically what they've been doing for the entire time they've been on TV.
Yeah, and I'm happy. I'm happy to see the crowd there giving them real reactions to shit now. I kind of missed it. Kind of don't want WWE to go on the road because I feel like everybody that's getting limelight right now is going to get shitted on again like they did before.
Mm-hmm.
Or look like Otis. One or two.
What the? Well, since we're talking about people's faces, Triple H is now the AEW World Champion, aka Kenny Omega and the Triple H 2005 beard.
Yeah, I feel like Kenny Omega is in the back fucking the Asian women of AEW like Ron Jeremy with that kind of stash. I feel like he's doing casting couch calls on the back for New Japan wrestlers.
Yeah, about that. and then the Young Bucks out there looking like the Steiner brothers with those the handlebar mustaches.
First of all, they already look weird as hell with them shit. Second of all, when the fuck did they grow these so damn fast?
Well, Matt has had a full beard for like the last 2 months. So all he had to do was cut off the cheeks and then cut out the chin, and he's got the handlebar mustache.
But where did Nick shit come from?
That's the thing. He must grow facial hair fast as fuck. If he had that thick of a mustache since last week, unless last week was a pre-taped episode, it might have been.
What if it might have been fake too?
Hopefully it is.
No, I don't think it was fake because they had a match and it didn't like fuck up.
Hey man, Tony Khan got some big money. He don't got that WWE small budget fake mustache money.
Yeah. What was the main event was what? Sammy Guevara MJF, right?
Yes.
Good match. They should have held it for a pay-per-view. Or whatever, or Fyter Fest. Isn't that like 2 weeks, Fyter Fest?
Yeah. But I also think that they're very much a television property company. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they're going to do stuff, especially since they only have pay-per-views quarterly. Right. Like maybe they could have held off on the big show, but who knows what they have going forward? Who knows what they have planned for that, you know?
Yeah, because...
I'm not gonna lie. I like that build-up, though, because they was talking shit between each other online on Twitter and kept showing pictures of themselves when they was young. I like this. This is funny.
Like 12-year-old MJF was hilarious.
It was. And then seeing a picture of Sammy Guevara wrestling for the first time in them big-ass Amazing Red wrestling shorts, looking like he could be a third member of Brian Kendrick and Paul London.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, son. I laughed at them shits, and I laughed at the tweets that people were saying in between. I was like, this is the most funniest thing ever. I kind of want this to keep going after they finish their match.
Yeah. Now, Sal, before we go on air, you were talking about the segment with the Dark Order and Kenny Omega.
Loved it.
And how Evil Uno put over Hangman to be the number one contender for the title.
Loved it.
I'm not mad about it. I almost like it.
I kind of do like it.
It's going to be built up great because of it. Because now you could also play around with this, where it's like you're not gonna like, all right, you got 2.5 months or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. You gotta like do things to stretch it out. Like you can't, like for instance, Max and Jericho, right? Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a hard thing to play out until All Out.
Right.
You know what I mean? They've already been embroiled in this feud forever. So, but like this, you have room to play around with it now. And you could play out the whole Paige's confidence issues. Maybe even have the Elite come in and be like, hey, do you want to come back with us? Play that.
Try to bribe him out of his title shot?
Right, and then next thing you know, bada bing.
Okay. No offense, I kind of like Hangman Page hang around with the Dark Order.
I still think it's weird. I still think it's weird.
No, I think Colt Cabana in there is weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Commissioner Kelvin, and I'm the man, the myth, the legend. What's up? What's up with Kenny Omega looking like Lemmy from Motorhead?
Oh, God, he does. If he had the mole, I swear he would. King of Kings. Oh, my God, yes. Yes. I'm going on Twitter after this, and I'm posting it. I'm like, look at our AEW champion. Oh, shit. Wrong photo. My bad, guys.
Yeah. Well, what else was on Dynamite? I don't know why, but I did like Nyla and Vicky Guerrero in her third match ever against Britt Baker and Reba.
That was so left field, but it was so good for a left field thing to happen.
Because the little bit that Vicky did, she did perfectly. I think she took a front roll. And she took a schoolboy, and I think that. She also took a drop toe hold. She didn't mess up.
Hey man, look who her husband was, and look what she was around. She better picked up something, goddammit.
Yeah, but she's also a 50-something-year-old plump lady.
That don't mean shit.
Speaking of the Bucks, though, I thought the match they had with Penta and Eddie Kingston was really good.
Yes,
yo, I'm not gonna lie. That little combination that Penta and fucking Kingston did to Nick Jackson, I was like, Jesus Christ! I hope that's in their video game because that shit was dope. I kind of need that. Matter of fact, I'm about to watch it again. Give me a second. I'm about to go on Twitter. I think I reposted that.
But my favorite segment was Miro and Brian Pillman for the TNT Championship.
That was really good too. Yeah.
I feel like all the young guys that they decide to push, Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, there's something just they need more. It's like they're there. I want to love them, but they're not next step.
They're not next step.
I don't
But
think they're there yet, but you can tell
AEW is pushing them better than WWE will push their cruiserweight division.
Because it no longer exists. They have the title, but the division no longer exists.
There's only like 4 people still there, I think.
Kushida has the title, Kyle O'Reilly is the challenger, and Santos Escobar is still there, and that's about it.
And now you got Robert Strong showing up now.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, they got 4 people. Well, what do you rate the AEW for this week?
3.5
out of 5.
Yeah.
What do you give it, sir?
I would give it at least a 4.5. I really enjoyed
it. I give it a solid 4. It was entertaining, and it was right where it needed to be for that week, without it, pushing, the inner circle down my throat again. This is the first time ever I could say that.
Well, Hager and Santana Ortiz were on the show, but then you had Jericho on commentary the whole night.
I know, but like I said, it didn't push the whole inner circle as a group.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, and I think it's like it was a really good episode. It was like it did exactly what it's supposed to do. They're gearing up for going back on the road.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that they promoted it. I think they promoted everything for the coming up weeks really well. They made me all right. I want to see Eddie Kingston and Penta against the Bucks again, and I want to see them get the belts. I want to see what's going to happen with Paige and the Dark Order. I want to see all these things. Maybe Moxley comes back at some point. It's their first.
Oh, speaking of Moxley, I listened to the episode of the oral sessions where the day Renee had the baby. It was all Mox. It was trash, but it was awesome at the same time. Because it was Mox just cursing up a storm while trying to sell his book.
Is this when he was doing the Q&As?
Yeah. Because every 5 minutes was, oh yeah, go pre-order my book on Amazon. That was the whole episode. It was just, and there was some cursing in between that.
Look, man, he had to promote shit. He did a good ass job promoting the hell out of that damn book.
I wanted more Mox and less buy my book.
Yeah, that could have worked too.
Oh, I also listened to the episode with the Iconics. Excuse me, the Inspiration, because they can't call themselves the Iconics.
Wait, time out. Is that their new
unofficial name? Unofficial name. Because Renee asked them, "What are you going to call yourselves if you go back into wrestling?" Because obviously you can't use Iconics. And they said we quickly talked about it, but nothing official. Like they said, the Inspiration. It's not official.
Well, actually, you know what though? I don't want to say. I'll reserve judgment to see how the gimmick that they choose.
However, here's the thing: they can't work. They're not U.S. citizens, and WWE held their visas, so they're now they're terminated. They need another sponsor for their visa. I mean, freaking Peyton Royce she's Cassie McKay? No, Cassie Lee. That's her real name, Cassie Lee. She's married to Sean Spears, so I think she can stay in the country. But what is Jessica McKay, Billy Kay? What is she gonna do? I don't think she's married.
I don't know, but I think you're right about the other one. She could probably stay in the country.
Yeah, she can stay in the country.
I mean, she has to be able to.
But
work.
again, she doesn't have a green card. She doesn't have a visa. She doesn't have citizenship, so she can't work. Like, because right now, the podcast they're doing, neither one of them is getting paid for it because they're not allowed to have income not related to WWE because WWE sponsored their visa. They went into details about it. So yeah, they're kind of in limbo until either they get citizenship or somebody else to sponsor their work visa.
I'm sure that'll happen eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to it eventually.
But like, who would do it? It's really expensive. Like, do that for somebody.
Yeah, it's a couple $1,000s.
Right.
Kelvin said the only person who looked decent with a mustache is Brandon Cutler.
I love how much of a jabroni that guy is. He's like their bitch, and I love it. It's a great dynamic.
And same thing with Nakazawa for Omega.
Oh man, what else we got?
Let's start the booking segment early today. Let's kick it off early.
Okay.
So this week we're going to do our pay-per-views that we will host in our fantasy wrestling league booking thing that still has no name 3 weeks in.
I know I've been thinking about one for a while, but I'm still thinking.
Okay. What day of the week and what time are you hosting your pay-per-views?
I don't know. I wanted to go after you because whatever month you choose, whatever month you don't choose is where my pay-per-views are going to lie.
Oh no, you can do a full calendar. We're doing
full calendar? Oh,
yeah, you can do a full calendar if you want to.
Oh, okay. Then I will start off January.
Okay.
With Survival of the Fittest. I've taken the ROH pay-per-view.
Okay, January Survival of the Fittest.
And my gimmick match is going to just be straight up ROH rules, a pure wrestling match. No other kind of gimmicks. We're going to see who is really capable of going out of the year showing their best stuff that they can actually really do in the ring without having to have tables, ladders, chairs, empty arenas. Nah, we're going to have a full-on ROH gimmick sanction match of pure wrestling in the beginning of the year to see who's going to go forward throughout the year. Almost like how AEW is doing with their, so-called keeping track of winning losses. Yeah, it's going to be almost the same thing, but it's going to be a pure wrestling match. All matches on the pay-per-view card are going to be pure, straight wrestling matches to show who is the best to try to go to the end of the year to the main pay-per-view.
I find that funny because for my January pay-per-view, I kind of did the same thing. I'm not going pure rules because I have a pure division on my show, but I'm doing no gimmick matches for January. Everybody go out. Have a match. What can you do in the ring? No frills. But my pay-per-view is going to be Genesis from Impact. Genesis means beginning, so January.
Oh, nice. I chose Survival of the Fittest for the simple fact it's the beginning of the year, so it's like the restart of my show. So now we're gonna see who's Survival of the Fittest to actually stay on the show and who can survive to see who can be champion.
See, I have a theme to my pay-per-views. It like builds as the year goes on. It's like more urgency for like, this is war. I have to overcome something. That's how my pay-per-views are going throughout the years. Oh, going back, I forgot that. I think I asked you, what day of the week are you having your pay-per-view? Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Taboo Tuesday.
Saturday night.
What did you say?
It's gonna be Saturdays.
Oh, really? I picked Saturday too. That's interesting.
Good, most of our whole life we always saw them on Sundays. People got to stay up all night and watch them, especially WrestleMania is 18 hours long. Then turn around, I got to go to work the next morning. So I was thinking of just doing it on a legit Saturday where everybody have time to regulate over the weekend and go back to going living their regular lives again.
Okay, what's your next pay-per-view? What month?
For February, I'm going with the name of the NWA, When Our Shadows Fall.
Wow, you're taking it deep.
Yes. Like I said, I'm already starting off with Survival of the Fittest to see who's going to be top tier. And then we're going to go when Our Shadows Fall. For everybody that lost the match, now you got to prove yourself to see, are you even worthy to even be in my company at this point? Or are you willing to be traded?
Okay. Well, for February, I don't have a pay-per-view. I'm going every other month. I want to draw out my storylines. I don't want to have a force a pay-per-view, force a big match all the time. Let things, boil and stew, and then we'll come to the big match.
I was gonna do mine almost similar to that, but then I was gonna do mine 2 pay-per-views in 2 months, and then let it simmer down over a month to try to build up something for the next pay-per-view.
Well, I take that back. I did do November, December because I wanna be really firing on all cylinders at the end of the year. So that's the only time I have the back-to-back pay-per-views is November, December, because I did all the odd months. I did January, March, May, July, September, November, and then I threw in a December to finish out the year. So what's your March? What's your March pay-per-view?
That's just it. I don't have a March pay-per-view. Like I said, January and February are going to be to start off the company just like a refresh, almost like how the brand split used to be. So it's going to be January to show who can be in the top tier, and it's going to be February to see who's going to still be there.
Okay.
And then March is nothing. I have nothing for March. That's when all the storylines between them 2 months are going to build up over going into April.
Okay, so for March, I have Fight for the Fallen from AEW. So the theme of Fight for the Fallen is this is where I give out my guaranteed world title shot, and you can cash in at any point throughout the year. I'm not going to give out a briefcase. It's not going to be the brass ring that Scorpio Sky won and we never saw again. It's not going to be X Division cash in kind of thing. It's just you get a guaranteed title match anytime, anywhere, any place. Bring a ref. So the match, however, is a 60-minute gauntlet match. Because I've been liking what WWE does the last couple of years, ever since Kofi Mania with the gauntlet match. Prove yourself, go through everybody that wants to be a contender, go out there, put it out all on the line. If you make it to the end, you get your title match.
Dope. I like that. I can fucks with that, sir. My April match is where is it? I wrote this down and not even in a hurry, but I wrote it over the course of me being at work and staying there late. So it's like all over the place. My April match is going to be a Impact pay-per-view, and it's going to be Sacrifice.
Sacrifice. Okay. I almost picked Sacrifice. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm going to have Sacrifice, and the gimmicks for that match is literally going to be what you would think it would be. It's a Sacrifice. So most of those matches are going to be, I want to go with an I Quit match, because now you got to sacrifice your body to see if you can take it.
So I find it funny how we think alike without talking about this.
I know, this is fucking funny.
You said so you want to do like I Quit matches for Sacrifice?
Yeah, I want to I Quit matches because over the course of life of watching wrestling, the I Quit match has always been the match that make me realize some of these guys can stand the test. Just like how you got the Iron Man matches. I like I Quit match because basically now you got to show, are you a real bitch? Do you really quit in front of a crowd? Or do you suck it up and you fight through the pain and keep trying to show that you deserve to be here?
Right. So because I'm doing odd number months, I don't have an April one, but my May is No Surrender from Impact. And for No Surrender, my attraction matches will be I Quit, Last Man Standing, and Ultimate Submission. You remember what an Ultimate Submission match is, right?
I'm trying to remember on top of the head.
It's an Iron Man style because it's 30-minute time limit, submission only, but it's no DQ. You can use weapons.
Has anybody done that since Benoit and Angle?
I can't remember another one.
The only one I can think of.
And there needs to be more of them.
It do, but
Daniel Bryan would be perfect for something like that.
So for No Surrender, because No Surrender, I Quit, Last Man Stand. I'm gonna beat on you till you can't get up, or Ultimate Submission. I'm gonna make you give up multiple times. So, what's your May pay-per-view, or do you not have one?
Oh, I do have a May pay-per-view. My main pay-per-view is going to be where is it? Damn it. I should have wrote this down the way I was going to write it down, but being on what you call it fucked me up for today. My main pay-per-view is going to be the simplest thing I could think of at that time. Double or Nothing.
Okay.
And the gimmick match for that one is a little funny for me because I feel like this would be great. But I feel like it should be mostly an Iron Man match.
Okay.
And I just want to see these guys. I want to see these guys go through the ringer. Like, it's gonna be weird in my company because I actually started doing the whole picking the wrestlers things finally, like last night. And most of the guys I was picking was basically built on performance and endurance.
Okay.
So these guys can put on a long ass match. So they have the time, and now they got the stage. So just go out there and do what you can do.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick pause. I'm gonna read Kelvin. For January, Kelvin wants to have the Royal Rumble, and all his pay-per-views will be on Sunday. He's not having a February. March, he's gonna do Backlash, and then April, he's gonna do Rebellion from Impact.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Okay, do you have a June?
No
June.
I do skip.
Okay, so I'm taking June off as well. July. Hold on. Kelvin said for May he's doing Judgment Day. I love Judgment Day. That's a solid pay-per-view. July, I'm doing No Way Out. No Way Out. I'm gonna have a rotating gimmick schedule throughout the years. 1 year's gonna be Hell in a Cell. 1 year's gonna be Elimination Chamber. 1 year's gonna be War Games. No Way Out. Because again, I don't want to force a Hell in a Cell match every year. I don't want to force an Elimination Chamber match. Depending on what's going on, what's hot right now. Let's say there's a bunch of tag teams going on, really hot tag division. War Games this year. We got a really hot world title angle, Hell in a Cell this year. We got a bunch of people all vying for the title. Okay, throw them all in Elimination Chamber. There we go. No Way Out. What's your July?
My July is TLC.
TLC. All right.
And basically, I'm going with the gimmick. But I'm not doing regular TLC matches. I'm doing Extreme Rule matches.
Ooh. Okay.
Now everything is on the line. No DQs. Everybody. You pick the match. And you go out there and you do what you can. If you're good at ladder matches and you know who you're fighting to do ladder matches, you having a ladder match. You go all out. And I'm not holding back any dollar on the stuff that I'm bringing in. I'm gonna have to go to a whole warehouse and buy a warehouse full of tables, ladders, chairs, barbed wire bats. I'm gonna need to change it up every once in a while. But basically you pick your hardcore match and you go out there and you go win.
I have one question. Will you be having a stairs match?
I thought about it. I swear I really thought about it. But at the same time, after watching WWE and watching the big guys and Don Cena throwing stairs.
It was Big Show and Eric Rowan.
I know, but I don't kind of want to see no stairs. You don't get really a good match when it comes to stairs.
You can't work with stairs. It's either you hit them with it or you drop them on it. That's about it.
That's really it. There's nothing else you can do at this point. In 2K, you can do a lot with it, but in real life, there's no way in hell you can pull off a lot of shit with stairs.
Mm-hmm. For July, Kelvin is creating his own pay-per-view called Death Warrant.
Ooh. I like where this is going.
What do you have for August? Because I again, that's my month off.
Okay, now August, mine is going to be a little funny.
Okay.
But I was thinking about bringing back a pay-per-view that we haven't had in a while.
Okay.
August, I was thinking about bringing back Taboo Tuesday.
All right. I like it.
And I'm going Taboo Tuesday, and I'm going the original Taboo Tuesday with the wheel. And you could do the wheel, or you could do the text message. And rates will apply. I'm like WWE now. I need my money.
Make all that money. Charge them up the ass.
What? I'm charging the hell out of them. What match y'all want to see? We're gonna give you We're gonna go on Twitter. We're gonna put up the matches. You can text your answer in. I'm gonna charge the motherfuckers hella bread for that text. Wherever match y'all choose, that's the match is gonna get. I'm not doing like WWE. I'm not gonna give you 3 matches and then choose the odds of, oh yeah, y'all want a table match, but we're gonna give you a chairs match instead. Nah, fuck that. Whatever y'all choose, that's the match them guys got. They gotta go for it.
Oh, at the beginning, I forgot to ask, what month is your big pay-per-view? What's your WrestleMania-ish type pay-per-view? What month?
My WrestleMania-ish is literally going to be in December, because then it starts all over again.
So we'll get to that. All right. Okay, so for September will be leading into my big pay-per-view, because my big pay-per-view is going to be in November. So September is Unforgiven. At Unforgiven, either we're going to attempt to settle our big angles, or our big angles are going to the next level. Because I don't forgive you for what you did to me. You are unforgiven. And I don't have specific gimmicks for this pay-per-view, because this is going to be a heavily story-driven pay-per-view. Because like I said, it's leading to my big show for the year.
Okay. I like where this is going.
So
I kind of want to play 2K now just to make all this shit up now.
Yeah, what do you got for September?
September, I got Bound for Glory.
Okay, I feel you.
And that right there's no gimmicks in that one. You just go out there, you have your matches. Because now we're going into my WrestleMania. So now you got your chance to prove yourself all year. Now the last 3 pay-per-views, because the last 3 of my happy pay-per-views. I'm gonna have one in October, November, and then December is my WrestleMania, and then it starts all over again in January. Okay,
so what do you got for October? Because again, that's my month off.
Okay, so for October, I have what is it? ROH. What's it?
Do not take mine.
ROH.
Do not take it.
I don't think we have the same one. Unauthorized.
Okay.
We got ROH unauthorized. I was thinking about doing the tag team version of the TNA one they have before, but I was like, my tag team version is going to be stacked, and they're going to have matches on pay-per-view, so I don't feel like they need a whole pay-per-view dedicated to just tag teams at this point.
Now, Darth, you're not doing an October pay-per-view, right?
No, because that's an even number. I'm off for October.
I'm very disappointed that nobody picked Halloween Havoc.
Going back to Kelvin. Kelvin, for August, he's going to have Road Wild.
Solid choice.
I'm not familiar with that one. Is that WCW?
Do yourself a favor. It's don't get me wrong. The crowd isn't a wrestling crowd. They're there for Sturgis. But it's like a cool looking place. And it just has like a cool vibe to it, even though nobody there probably watches wrestling. It's just got like everybody's on motorcycles, everybody's fucking half naked, they're outside. It just looks, you know what I mean? They're in the fucking mountains. It's a cool looking thing. If you got the network, go back and check that out, because that's some good shit.
And well, so you're happy. Kelvin picked Halloween Havoc for October.
Good man.
And for September, he picked the night the line was crossed.
Ooh, that's a nice name.
Yeah.
That was an old ECW pay-per-view, am I right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you go first for November, since it's my big month. You go first.
November, mine is called Ignition. That's New Japan's Strong Ignition.
Okay.
That's going to be the startup into my so-called WrestleMania. So we're going to ignite everything that happened over the year going into that so-called WrestleMania.
Okay. So, my biggest pay-per-view of the year, November, Death Before Dishonor. I will die before I lose to you. I'm putting everything on the line.
Ooh, like that. Got a lot.
So yeah, that's my big one. Death Before Dishonor.
My December is my WrestleMania. Is ROH Best in the World.
Okay. Best in the world.
You done prove yourself
hit
all
CM
year
Punk's
round.
music
now
for
you
me.
gotta show you the best in the world going forward.
Okay, now, being that I do have open months, I'm going to have non-canon pay-per-views, kind of like Saudi Arabia. I'm going to have
like Crown Jewel, Great Balls of Fire, WrestleMania Backlash. I'm just gonna name all of these.
So for my non-canon events, they're going to be interpromotional. I'm going to use Worlds Collide, WWE Worlds Collide. So I don't know what month, just at some point throughout the year, hey, send me a guy, send me two guys, Ring of Honor, hey,
send me your tag team.
MLW, send me Jacob Fatu.
Now I got a question for you, Darth. Since you're not doing pay-per-views every month, what about in between months? Maybe something like the old Clash of the Champions style thing, where it's not a pay-per-view, it's a once-a-month show on like a Tuesday night, and it's just another way to get people onto your product and maybe push some angles further. Saturday night's main event kind of thing.
I was thinking about it. It didn't make it into my notes, but I was going to do 2 crossover events. Because I'm going to do one Worlds Collide and then another one called One Night Stand from, ECW One Night Stand. So I have 2 crossover events with, interpromotional things.
But that came to my mind because your big show is November.
Yeah.
And then you kind of essentially reset things going into January. Mm-hmm. So December could be that perfect bridge of maybe starting some things off.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I did have a December pay-per-view. I forgot to mention. I did have a December pay-per-view because I said I was going to do it at the end of the year. Armageddon. I'm doing Armageddon for December.
Ooh, Armageddon?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of dope.
Armageddon means the end.
Well,
this is the
I'll
end.
say this, though, right? That would, if this is real business, I would expect if I were you, that would be the lowest grossing pay-per-view of the year. Because you got your big show in November, and essentially you're resetting in January.
Right.
And people are going to know that.
Right.
So people are going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. December's kind of like a giveaway show. Like, oh, we're just here to have fun, kind of.
Well, that's why my main focus was give it away for free.
Okay.
I even put it on pay-per-view.
Okay. So basically what NXT is doing with Great American Bash. Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, Great American Bash in your house.
Kelvin's going to have Starrcade in November. I wouldn't expect anything less from Kelvin.
I think I could see what his favorite promotion was back in the day.
WCW, where the big boys play. And then he has Vengeance for December.
I kind of, now that he puts Starrcade in November, that used to be on Thanksgiving, no?
Yeah. It used to be Thanksgiving,
I miss
yep.
when wrestling would do that. No, don't get me wrong, I understand the guys want to be home. Guys and girls want to be home. I get it. But it would be cool to eat Thanksgiving dinner and then just go put on the big show. You know what I mean?
Well, that was the thing. You worked at home in those days because
that's exactly
wrestling was regional. It wasn't, national.
Christmas and Thanksgiving were the big days.
Yeah, you worked in your home territory. You might have to have a 2-hour drive home, but you were home for dinner.
Oh, I miss. I mean, I wasn't alive when wrestling was like that, but I kind of wish it was.
Yeah. So, Alex, do you remember the list of tag teams that I sent you from
Yes.
WWE's greatest tag teams of all time?
Yes. I do. I done read over that list 4 times.
Hold on. If I remember where the fuck I saved it. Cha-cha-cha.
I got it up on mine from the
All right, here we go.
DM.
All right, I'm just going to read through the really high numbers. All right, starting at 50, Bushwhackers. 49, Too Cool. 48, The Outsiders. 47, Smoking Guns. 46, Strike Force. 45, The Head Shrinkers. 44, X-Pac and Kane. 43, Batista and Ric Flair. 42, M&N. 41, Nasty Boys. 40, Rated RKO. 39, Paul London and Brian Kendrick. 38, DIY. 37, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. 36, Money Inc. 35, Jericho. 34, Natural Disasters. 33, Street Profits. 32, The Briscoes. 31, Harper and Rowan / Bludgeon Brothers. Now, before we go any further, we've got teams on here that were together for 6 months.
You mean? Yeah.
X-Pac and Kane.
But at least that was like a good story.
Yeah. We've got who's a fan of the natural disasters?
Me?
Oh, really?
I love the natural.
Okay.
I like our style. I got style. Me.
Typhoon and earthquake? Are you kidding me? That was great shit.
To me, they're almost like a comedy gimmick.
But they weren't. I mean, maybe like.
I guess because I look at it as a retrospect, because I wasn't watching it then.
Well, everything I watched from then is on tape.
But, yeah.
Like they were like monster heels at first. Jimmy Hart was the manager. Mm-hmm. They beat LOD for the belts. They were.
Yeah. But why is rated RKO at 40? Should they not be like top 15?
Should they be like they're one of those teams that weren't even together that long?
But the impact of the two of them within that bit of time.
I wasn't a huge fan of rated RKO.
Really? Okay.
I like both of them a lot individually. Mm-hmm. I like Edge and Christian. I like Orton and Evolution. But them two together, I just wasn't a huge fan of. Another one, DIY. Why is DIY so low? Is it because it's NXT? Is that why they're so low? Probably. I think they did it. I think that was a really well done team.
Okay. All right. We're going to continue. 30, British Bulldog and Owen Hart.
Okay.
29, Miz and Morrison.
Okay.
28, The Bar. Yeah. 27, Team Hell No.
Okay.
26, Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik.
I can buy that.
25, Los Guerreros. 24, APA. 23, the Blackjacks.
What? Oh, the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
22, the Shield. 21, DX, HBK, and Triple H version. 20, Undisputed Era, any combination. 19, the Soul Patrol, Rocky and Atlas.
Okay.
18, Professor Tonka and Mr. Fuji.
Okay.
17, the Steiners. 16, Rock and Sock Connection. 15, the Wild Samoans. 14, the Rockers. 12, the Mega Powers. 13, the Mega Powers. 12, the Valiant Brothers.
Okay.
And 11, Demolition. Okay. Any comments on that grouping?
Well, considering they haven't been mentioned yet, I'm going to assume they're not on it. I mean, did I miss it? The Henshrinkers?
Oh, they were really low. 45.
So we're going to put like Biz and Morrison and Jericho and the Street Profits above the Head Shrinkers.
Yes.
Ridiculous. If you ask me.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised the Mega Powers are that low. Again, I mean, it wasn't that long, but for what they did in that era.
It was a year, about a year, but like they killed it, and then it led to one of the biggest matches in WrestleMania history.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Mega Powers are that low. I'm actually surprised they're not sucking off DX and put them at 20, 21.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? I mean,
I always thought that version of DX was overrated. My DX is X-Pac, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn. That's my favorite version of DX.
I even like the original DX. But like
Shawn Michaels, Chyna, and
Rick Rude.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming they're talking about when they came back.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is like 2003 DX or 2004, whatever it was.
Whatever. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I don't think it was all that.
Kelvin said Demolition should be top 5.
I don't disagree with him whatsoever, especially in the WWE.
All right, here we go. Top 10. The British Bulldogs.
See, you know what though? I mean, yes, but I would also I would consider, in as far as WWE goes, I would consider putting Davey and Owen above the British Bulldogs.
Okay.
Word.
Number 9, the Brothers of Destruction. As much as I love Undertaker and Kane, no.
Right, not top 10.
No.
Demolition goes above them, if you ask me.
Number 8, the New Age Outlaws.
I could live with that.
Yeah.
Number 7, the Usos.
See, I think that one, along with like the Street Profits, even on the thing, as much as I like them, but I think it's just like current. You know what I mean? Trying to keep it current. But I mean, I'm a big fan of the Usos. Don't get me wrong, but will we say this?
Have you seen this list, first of all?
No, I haven't.
Oh, so you don't know what number 1 is?
I just know who's number 1. That's all I know.
Oh, so you know. Okay. Number 6, the Legion of Doom.
I think they should be higher.
Well, I would argue that they're top 3 tag team all time.
You know what though? If we're doing just on their WWF run, maybe not. But like overall, forever, yeah, they have to be, right?
Number 5, the Dudley Boys.
Okay.
Number 4, Edge and Christian. Number 3, the Hart Foundation.
I'm a big Hart Foundation fan, so I'm not gonna argue that.
I'm not to take anything away from them. I'm surprised that they're getting this much credit on this list.
I agree.
That's my only thing. I'm surprised they're getting that much credit on this list.
Especially considering how big one became and the other kind of just fizzled out.
Number 2, the Hardy Boys.
I am a huge Hardy Boys fan. However, I think Edge and Christian dominated that era.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, they did.
Because Edge and Christian got every big win.
Exactly, yeah.
They got every big. They won both. TLC 1, TLC 2. They won the ladder match.
No, the ladder match was the Hardy Boys.
Oh, they did win that one?
Remembers that? Like everybody, yeah. That was
I could have. No, because they won as the Conquistadors. Because remember they won the ladder match as Conquistadors.
I think that match was on like pay-per-view or Raw or some bullshit.
Oh, was it? But yeah, Edge and Christian were definitely pushed over the Dudleys and the Hardys.
I would even argue putting the Dudley Boys ahead of the Hardy Boys just in
lineage of them being the tag team champions everywhere.
Right.
I'm guessing the return of the Hardy Boys, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean that was cool again. But like, was that like a couple of months? Didn't Jeff get hurt immediately?
Yeah, it was like 3 months in he was hurt. Yep. And number 1, the New Day.
New Day.
I'm like indifferent on it. I can't disagree because I'm a big fan of the New Day, and I think and if you look at the accolades, they definitely have that.
Yep.
But again, I think this is another,
And they're 7 years deep.
right. Well, and that's another thing. They've been
Longevity.
together, and there hasn't even been a hint of, like a descent.
I mean, they've been broken up because of the brand split, but
They didn't turn on each other.
they still share the gimmick on opposite shows. They're still doing out of the ring stuff together.
One of my favorite things that WWE did in recent memory is how Kofi got the shot at WrestleMania with the New Day, Big E and Woods fighting for him. I remember I was on a car ride to a show one time. And I was talking to some guys, and they were like, somebody was like, "Oh, it sucked. I can't believe they won by a count out." I was like, "Dude, it was great. Did you see it? Like, if you didn't watch it, you can't really talk." Bro, the crowd popped.
Oh, and then when they were doing that thing with Kofi and Woods and Big E doing the gauntlet, when the Usos came in, you say, "You know what? You got that.
Perfect.
All the wars we've been through, you got that. We're gonna step away."
That was perfect.
Bingo.
That's perfect
You know what?
storytelling
I can
for
see
what
that.
you were going for.
Listen, New Day is definitely you can't. I guess. I mean, you can't put up a stink if they're number one. Like they have the accolades.
Kelvin said, "Where's Kane and Big Show?" So from what I'm taking about this list, they're not using people multiple times. So they use Kane. No, I'm sorry, they use Kane twice.
He might be the only.
Yeah, they
one,
use Kane twice because you got to think about it. They
Michaels
use
twice.
Oh yeah,
They use,
okay. I take that. I take back my statement. So yeah, where is Kane and Big Show? Although I don't think they were that great of a tag team.
That led into the May 19th thing, which they don't speak about. So
Yeah. Andy Trichet Jr. said Jericho doesn't deserve to be in top 5, and then he said, "Where's Enzo and Cass?"
in the Indies. That's what they at.
Headbangers.
Headbangers.
Hey, listen, I could agree with that. I like the Headbangers.
What was the Sheep Herders on here?
Sheep Herders. They was the Bushwhackers.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Bushwhackers are on
But
there.
even
Yep.
they were low, but I guess they didn't really have big impact in WWE.
Yeah.
They were like a comedy gimmick there. What about the Beverly Brothers?
Okay.
They should not be on the list, but I'm one of those like guilty pleasures of mine.
Okay. Now I'm surprised they didn't add any women's tag teams to throw the Bellas on there,
Right.
because this is WWE. They love the Bellas.
But what about like you got who was it? Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda.
Okay.
They,
Oh, where's IRS and Ted DiBiase?
they were on there. Money Inc.
Yeah, Money Inc.
They were on there.
Did I say
believe
Money
you said
Inc?
that.
Yeah, it was up there. They was in
Okay.
the high numbers.
What about what was it? Beefcake and who was he teaming with back then?
Bruce
Tag Team.
Beefcake and
Dream Team. Was it Greg Valentine?
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Money Inc. is 36. Okay.
Smoking
I'm
Guns aren't on the
still going to
list.
say
No,
I'm
they're
still
on
gonna say
there.
it.
They're on there.
I'm still gonna say it. I can't take nothing away from the Hardy Boys. I can't take nothing away from Eddie Christian and Dudleys. I can't take nothing from the New Day. But I feel like this list was just done for the simple fact
Smoking
they
Guns
just
47.
pandering to the people that I really feel like they pandering to the people that made them the most money.
Yeah, I mean, I look at this. Looks like the PWI 500, where it's like the first like top 10 they gave like real
thought to, and then everybody else is just random.
Yeah.
And they also said, what about the Headbangers, most underrated, the Gemini, and then Kelvin said, and the Basham brothers, and the Major brothers, and then Kelvin said Diesel and Shawn Michaels.
What about Eddie and Ray?
Los Guerreros are on there, yes.
Well, Eddie and Chavo. Well, Eddie and Ray was.
Oh yeah, that's right. That doesn't include it. Okay.
Eddie and Ray.
Eddie and Ray.
Shit.
Okay.
Shit. Oh look, let me tell you right now.
Cool,
Tag team they didn't even put on that list.
49.
They didn't. I'm gonna tell you right now. Tag team they didn't even put on that list at all. What happened to Edge and Chris Benoit?
Were they like I know they teamed for a couple months, but I felt like that was more to like push the feud between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Maybe that's why they got excluded.
Either that, or they got excluded because the name Chris Benoit, something you don't want to say.
What? That's a good point.
Yeah, but like I said, this list is weird. When you sent it to me, I was like, wait, what the hell is this? Wait, what? Wait, why are so many people in these weird numbers?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not right about this shit.
Like, even Batista and Ric Flair is a really odd tag team to put on this list. I mean, they won titles.
Yeah, twice. And Batista had that great that moment when they were about to wrestle the Dudleys in a table match, and he's walking down the aisle, like, hey, Dudleys.
Yeah.
Strike Force. Yeah, why is there Strike Force on there? Good.
46. They're on there.
Okay.
46.
Who else? I'm trying to think of other teams that I didn't hear.
Okay, I'll run through it again quickly. Bushwhackers, Too Cool, Quebecers, Smoking Gun, Strike Force, Head Shrinkers, Kane X-Pac, Batista Flair, Eminem, Nasty Boys, Raider RKO, London and Kendrick, DIY, Haas and Benjamin, Money Inc., Jericho, Natural Disasters, Street Profits, the Briscoes, the Briscoe brothers, not the current Briscoes, Harper and Rowan, Bulldog and Owen, Miz and Morrison, The Bar, Team Hell No, Volkaloff and Sheik, Los Guerreros, APA, Blackjacks, Shield, HBK, Triple H, Undisputed, Soul Patrol, Fuji and Tonka, Steiner Brothers, Rock and Sock, Samoans, Rockers, Mega Powers, Valiant Brothers, Demolition, British Bulldogs, Brothers of Destruction, New Age Outlaws, Usos, Legion of Doom, Dudleys, ENC, Heart Foundation, Hardys, New Day.
You went through that list fast as hell. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Are we going to count Paul Orndorff? I mean, not Paul Orndorff. Well, you could, but Roddy Piper and Bob Orton? They were like a team.
Yeah.
They were more, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because you're not WWE.
Wait. Where's Right to Censor?
Word, they was there for a good minute, for a good prominent time.
I mean, they had. I wouldn't put them on because I felt like they were more of a stable.
I mean, well, who was the tag team? It was Buchanan
Godfather,
and Godfather, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they didn't have much time in WWF, but there's a rule named after them. Where's the Freebirds?
They weren't in WWF.
Word, where are they? Why are they not?
Where's the Freebirds?
They were in WWF for like 3 shows, probably back in like the 80s. And then Andre the Giant, if you believe the rumors, Andre the Giant was not a fan, and that's why they did not stay around.
Uh-huh.
And then look where Andre the Giant is at right now. Anyway,
Just breeze over that one real quick.
just breeze over it real fast. You ain't got to do much. Just breeze over it real quick. Say what you got to say, keep it moving.
What about Andre and Haku?
Okay.
If we're just putting out teams like that,
Mm-hmm.
Mang and the Barbarian,
Mm-hmm.
or Haku and the Barbarian. This list needs to be revised.
It's WWE.
It's soon.
What do you expect?
Power and Glory. I'd put them above like some of these teams.
I would expect a better list.
I wouldn't.
I would expect some thought. I would expect some kind of thought. I would expect for the act of fucking fan. But they always wanted to go. Even don't forget, We're listening to you guys. But this list sounds like trash.
Let's see. Rey and Batista was mentioned. La Resistance from Andy Trochet Jr.
Calvin has a good one at the bottom there.
Two-man power trip and D'Lo with anybody. Warlord and Barbarian.
Powers of Pain. They were a great team for a little while there.
Yeah, D'Lo with anybody.
D'Lo and Mark Henry was a great team.
What
about Jarrett and Owen?
I swear they're missing a lot more teams. This shouldn't have been a top.
Here's one: Eddie Guerrero and China.
That was a good pair, but did they really team up like that?
That was a really long angle.
Didn't they?
I'm about to say it was a long angle. But you also got to think about it too. China was wrestling the majority of the men on the roster too with Eddie sometimes. So you kind of can consider that tag team because there's no other divas that was wrestling men besides China.
Mm-hmm. Kelvin, 8 Outlaws or 7 or 8? Did you see the China special on freaking Vice?
I have not. I heard it was heartbreaking.
It's sad.
Yes, it was because they had her agent on the show, who I guess to the public he turned out to be a complete douchebag, but as they're interviewing him, he's like, yeah, I did everything right. But everybody knows, well, from the stories we have, he basically pushed her down the rabbit hole. It was all her, all him. It was like really bad advice from this agent.
Man, I don't know. I watched it, and midway through, I had to stop it. I was like, bro, this is sad. Like, I don't even want to watch this shit.
Yeah, I didn't get all the way through it, but like the gist of it was the agent was like, he's just like, nothing was wrong. I did everything right, and everybody else is pointing the finger at him.
Yeah. Oh, God. I would. I point the finger at him all the time. Point the finger at him, and I point the finger at WWE.
Kelvin also said Road Warrior Animal and Heidenreich. No?
Heidenreich wrestling in like a fucking Chuck E. Cheese parking lot. That's the last I heard about it. I'm not even joking. Something like that. He was wrestling Doink the Clown. Doink. No, here we go. Del Wilkes passed away today.
Oh, really? Okay.
The Patriot, number 75.
Dude, to be honest, I almost got who he was until I saw the mask. I was like, oh, I remember him.
Isn't he like a Trump supporter or something? Or was?
Yeah.
That kind of disappointed me when I seen that. I kind of liked him in '97 when he came in.
Oh, Jericho was arguing on the internet about being a Trump supporter.
Of course he is. He donated to the campaign.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect anything else.
Because he said something about somebody's comment was racist, and then they flipped it back and he was like, "Oh, but you're a Trump supporter," and because Jericho's wife went to the insurrection at the White House.
Yeah.
His wife was there. So yeah.
I don't know what to say about that.
Kelvin said William Regal and Eugene.
Oh, William Regal and Tajiri.
No, Eugene.
Yeah, what about them?
Oh yeah, Tajiri. Okay.
Tajiri. They was a great tag team together for a while.
Regal's another one. Regal and anybody. Regal and Storm. That was a good spot.
Yeah.
What about you call it too? What about Mexico? With Super Crazy, Psychosis, and what do you call it?
Mexicools. I love them.
Mexicools.
But they were around such a short period of time. But yeah, Psychosis and Super Crazy, I thought they were great.
I'm about to say, they were together for a short period of time, but they was legit a tag team because they had them do tag team matches almost all the damn time. They had stopped them from doing singles.
Yeah, and they were around longer than some of these other teams they put together.
I really feel like WWE just dropped the ball on trying to do this list. I feel like somebody should do this list over.
I agree. I want to look at like the parameters of this list. I want to know.
There's no parameters. It's fucking WWE.
Yeah, but like who is making this list?
Some fucking writer. Like everything WWE does, just some fucking writer wrote it and they published it.
Terrible.
Oh, like, hey, we need something for the website. Okay, I'm gonna come up with the greatest tag teams of all time.
And left it at that. At this point right now, they might go ahead and Shit, they could have hired the black chick back and the one don't know wrestling. Shit, she could have made a better list.
Yeah. And on that note, it's time for us to get out of here. It was another lovely evening here in Bravery Studios. I am Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always and forever, on his worst behavior. You, sir.
All right, Alex. The motherfucking hero.
Good night, Superstar Sal.
Good night, fellas.
And we are out.